Welcome back to part 2 of my review for Cobra. As I was saying, she is trying to get into that room, but the thing is that it's covered by equipment. So she's like ramming it, but finally is able to throw the equipment away, so she escapes. But the night slasher is following her. She falls, but she does something smart. She activates the fire alarm so everybody comes out. He's not gonna slash up all those people. No fucking way. And Sly shows up in time. Now, after that, he's gonna have to convince the police he wants to take her away from the hospital, just somewhere safe. Like the police is we don't put your army through, and just being a bunch of dicks. I mean, that's the thing with these 80s movies. Other than the hero, the cops are usually dicks. I mean, take Die Hard. The guys are like, how do we know he's not one of them? And some bullshit like that. And in Die Hard 2, they're acting like dicks. They act like, a lot of them just act like dicks. And this movie's no exception. Total dicks. But he's trying to convince him, but his police chief that always gives him shit never buys into the crap he does and says, you always use too much force. Yeah. And, yeah. But one thing I kind of forgot that I'm going to out of context go to now is when he's pulling back this place, when he's going to check the files, no, the time before that, was just pulling home after the grocery shop thing. This guy stops him, and he says, who are you, Pink J? Who are you to touch my car? And he says, that's bad for your health. And he said, what is? Me. Rips his shirt and clean up your act. And there's a technical boo-boo in there. Because, the mic that was on here to hear his voice is still there. Sorry, going out of context to address that. I just wanted to talk about it. And one other thing I want to mention. When he gets home, he's eating this pizza. But he doesn't eat a pizza like you and me. He doesn't take the slice out and just eat it. The thing is, he takes this egg pack and this pizza box out of the fridge. Now, I thought to myself, is he gonna boil an egg on top of a pizza or what? And just opens the pizza box, clips a part of the pizza, opens up the thing, and that's just his equipment to clean the gun. Just wanted to address that. Getting back to where I was. Now, the cops aren't buying his shit, so he takes his paws and he's gonna kick the shit out of him, huh? Not worth it. Not this time. So he gets their permission to take her out of town. But one of the... him and Rennie Serantoni get the permission to take her out of town, but they're being followed by... They gotta get an extra cop, and she is with the night slasher. So he's just on to her like right away when she makes a lot of phone calls and shit. But then there's this bit in the country house where this diner where Bridget Nielsen's eating some fries and she just drowns them in ketchup. Why? But that was kind of fun to watch. They have some chemistry there. Then they finally get to their location. He sees that Stalk, the extra bitch that's with the Night Stalker, she's making a phone call outside, and why don't you use the phone inside? And it was out of order. But Sly knows that the phone wasn't out of order, so that just proves that she's a bitch, and she's with the Night Stalker. So he goes back inside, preps the Genomatic, his gun, gets some grenades. That's Potter. Has some sex with Bridget Nielsen. And then in the morning, the Night Slasher attacks. And he's just shooting the shit out of the Night Slasher's guy. But Rennie Sarantoni gets his ass shot. So they actually have to leave. And the car chase sequence in this movie, God, it's so over the top. And that's actually one of Stallone's cars they used for the movie, but they made some stunt doubles for the car. And there's a bit where he crashes in this, and when you go to the airport, sometimes there are these parking, houses where there's just level on level of parking area, and you just off there, and off the floor, and it was just so over the top, and he's trying to get away. He smashes into this boat. He drives up on this curve and just into a fucking boat. Wow, that's over the top. And that's where they have to keep running. But then they find this other truck. Bridget Nielsen drives while Sly's on the back going. And the cinematography in this movie is just great. I love the cinematography. It's pretty good. And they go to this, plant thing. I don't remember what it was. I just really remember there's a lot of oil and shit in it. Bridget Nielsen finds the security box, and he's like, help me! And he's like, go to the other side, that's where you collect your paycheck. Then the bitch that's with the Night Stalker, the cop that was with the Night Stalker shows up and just shoots that guy. But Cobra's right on her tail, and he sees Bridget Nielsen walking up this climbing up this stair. Jesus Christ, I'm off today. Climbing up this, climbing up this ladder, and what he does is he shoots the total shit out. When he sees the Night Slasher, grabs her, and he's doing like, look out! Shoots the shit out. And one of the bit that I actually like in this is he's running, and he leaves one grenade by a construction table. Might do break. He leaves a grenade on the table. Runs. Two of the Night Slasher's guys come over there, and he just. And then there's this guy walking through this, fiery path thing, where all you have to do is you turn this round type thing, and it all feels like fire, and he's on guy burns. Awesome. And then there's this other guy. He trips him. No, that's the stalk bitch. That's the bitch that was with him. Not Bridget Nielsen, the cop bitch. And he just oil over her, takes the matchstick he had in his mouth. Wow, 3-part video. God damn. I'm gonna cut it now just to save myself the trouble. Sorry for making this long review.